Okay, new month, new recording. Awesome, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Jennifer. I will be your senior travel mentor for the day. I will be explaining everything about our company, everything about the opportunity that we have open right now. We will be doing a Q&A at the end, so please stick around for that. Please make sure you have your mobile device fully charged or on a charger so that we don't drain your battery. It's a live internet feed, guys. And have a notebook and pen handy or notepad app ready to take down any questions or comments or notes that you need to. With that being said, I will go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so when you book travel, they send you a confirmation number. Guys, when we book travel, they send us a confirmation number and a commission check. Today, we're going to be covering how to be a travel agent in today's market, enjoy the perks while working remote from home. And let's face it, what is a travel agent? We are just about everything, jack of all trades. We book travel, yes, that is our main purpose, but we are also customer service. We are supervisors and managers. We're sometimes even life therapists and life coaches, depending on what's going on in our clients' lives. So it's a little bit of everything. This may be right for you if you're interested in what the travel industry has to offer. You want to enjoy life more and start traveling. Want to take advantage of the perks of being a travel agent, and I will go into some of those in detail. If you're tired of not making enough and want to supplement your income or have a business or side business for yourself, anybody out there who's ever done Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Instacart, right? If you want to take advantage of nearly 400 tax deductions, that's right, 400, including, guys, I get to write off parts of my vacations, right? That's business research. If you're already a travel agent, you're looking for a better option, or if you want to work from anywhere in the world, and if you look at my camera, guys, right here, smartphones, they're really mini computers, aren't they? That's why we spend thousands of dollars on them. I have booked travel and assisted clients while on cruise ships, at pools, on beaches, right? Just living life anywhere in the world simply because I have this. As long as I have internet service or cell service, I can do my work from anywhere. So what is this? You have the ability to earn money from home as a travel agent, earn your travel credentials, and get your travel agent certification. We are Evolution Travel in partnership with Archer Travel Group. I want you to think of these as two separate arms. Evolution is marketing and Archer is travel. And let's face it, we want to book some travel. So let's talk about Archer for a minute. They are family owned and operated since 1952. That's right, 70 years. In March, we celebrated 70 years. It's a travel agency with all the proper credentials for you to be confident to book travel for all of your friends, family, associates, and of course, all of your new clients. We are also A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and accredited since 2012. Basically, this means that we take everything very seriously. We want to make sure that we are addressing any challenges with our clients as well as our associates. We are also associated with ASTA, NACTA, OSSN, ARC, IATAN, and CLIA. The last two really being the most important. IATAN is the International Association of Travel Agent Network. Basically, anything vacation related, IATAN. CLIA is the Cruise Line International Association. Anything that really carries passengers on the water is CLIA. We were very, very blessed at the end of 2021 that CLIA invited us to be one of only 30 agencies to be platinum members of CLIA. This is really, really nice for us and really important. It also gives us a seat on the advisory board of CLIA. But we don't really stop there. We are continuing to earn award after award after award for doing what we love to do, and that is book travel. We have been the top US producer for Expedia for 6 years in a row. We are the third largest booking agency for a company you may have heard of, Disney, right? We are the highest level of travel agencies for Delta Vacations. It's called a Diamond Elite. And we are in the top 10 travel agencies in the country. We finished out 2021 coming out of a pandemic with over $80 million in travel sales. So just a little bit of travel booking, and that is coming out of a pandemic. So we're very proud of the fact that we love to help our clients and we love to help them explore the world. So let's talk about what makes up the travel industry. Well, everybody kind of thinks of these things, you know, the family trip to the beach or romantic getaway to Paris, right? But there's really so much to the travel industry. This industry actually is a $14 trillion industry. And I said T, trillion. So there's a lot that kind of goes into it. So besides leisure, there's business travel, conventions, on the fly business meetings, company trips and events, network marketing events. I'm going to tell you, during the pandemic, this was kind of my meat and potatoes, if you will. I had several clients that are traveling medical professionals. They were picking up contracts where they were needed, the front lines of the pandemic, if you will. So they would get a contract. We'd go ahead and book their flight, their hotel, their car rental. We'd go ahead and make sure they had their hotel squared away for their contract. When that contract ended, okay, where do we need to go next? Do we need to re-up the car rental in the hotel, or do we need to go ahead and move you someplace else? So we were going ahead and just rotating through, doing that as their contracts were getting picked up. And now what I'm seeing is, on the other side of this, as we're coming out of the pandemic, is I have a lot of business travelers who work for the corporate offices, and now they are traveling back out to their satellite offices to evaluate the buildings and the staffing needs and getting reacquainted with their workforces. So we're seeing a lot of uptick in business travel. And guys, have you ever walked through an airport and not seen somebody with their rolling briefcase or rolling suitcase in their business suit, right? It's always going to happen no matter what's going on. Sports travel, right? Anybody who has kiddos in those youth tournaments, right? So we got youth tournaments and cheerleading tournaments and esports tournaments. And we even have those fans who just like to follow around their favorite sports teams. So this is a big one for us. And I always find it as a blessing for me to be able to go up to that lucky mom or dad who's so organized and kind of been voluntold that, hey, you know, as we're competing in, you know, city and county and state and regionals and nationals and sometimes even internationals, can you go ahead and take care of the, you know, the buses and the flights and the hotels? And let's face it, you don't get, you know, 40 to 60 kids someplace and then not have some kind of activity for them to do, or we're going to be starting some trouble, right? I always love to be able to go, hey, let me take that off your plate. I know that you want to focus on your career and your family and your hobbies and the things that you have passion about. Let me take that off your plate. And guess what? The bonus is I'm not going to charge you anything extra to do that. And they're like, what? I'm like, yep, my vendors pay me, so you don't have to worry about it. Let me just take that off your plate. And they're like, please do. They hand me entire, you know, binders, right? I'm like, awesome, I've got this, right? Then we have religious travel with Holy Land and mission trips, you know, Italy, Africa, Egypt, Jordan, Israel, right? And again, there's usually that lucky church volunteer who's very organized. Then, you know, the clergy come to them and like, hey, we need to go ahead and put together this trip. Again, I can take that off their plate so they can move on to something else, right? And if you're a tither or someone who gives back to your community, you can always just go ahead and donate a portion of your commissions over as tithing, right? Wedding travel. This is a big one, guys. If we think about it, there's a lot of travel involved in a regular wedding. So we can start with a bachelorette party. Maybe they want to come out here and see me in Vegas. Woo, right? So we can go ahead and get their flight, their hotel, their car rental. Maybe while they're here, they want to do a party bus or one of the, the day clubs, the nightclubs, one of your Cirque du Soleil show, or maybe even the Raiders or the, the Golden Knights, right? So we can take care of all of that. We're not just going to get them here. We're going to make sure they have a great time. And then we move right into the wedding. Maybe they want to have a destination wedding, a cruise wedding, an international wedding, or even if they're having their local wedding, let's face it, they have so much on their plate, gowns and tuxes and venues and flowers and food. They don't want to be concerned about whether they're out of town wedding guests, aunts, uncles, cousins, they're going to be able to attend. So we can go ahead and take care of that for them so they can focus on the things that they need to pay attention to. And then we can move right into the honeymoon, right? So whether or not they want to do like a honeymoon cruise or one of those amazing all-inclusive resorts, breathless secrets, beaches, sandals, right? We can go ahead and take care of all those arrangements. So again, wedding travel is a big one. So I've covered a lot, right? So what can we sell? Flights, hotels, car rentals, resorts, concerts, cruises, excursions, sports events, theme parks, right? So there's a lot that I'm saying we're not just going to get them to their destination. We're going to make sure that they can make some memories while they're there. Okay. So let's talk money, right? Everybody wants to know, what kind of money are we really talking about? So our host agency actually pays out the highest commission in the industry. We pay out 90% of the paid commissions. You as the booking agent actually receive 80% of the paid commissions, highest in the industry. I've actually had conversations with agents who are working in that more brick and mortar setting, and they've told me we're lucky if we're getting 5 to 10% of the paid commission. It's like, it just doesn't seem fair. You're the one doing the work. Why wouldn't you get the bulk of the money? So I really, really enjoy the fact that we recognize that. So we're going to pay you accordingly by the 80%. You're also going to have a mentor. Your mentor is the person who invited you today. That is the person who's going to kind of hold your hand, show you the ropes, right? And because they're doing that, they receive 10% of the paid commission. And then the other 10%, of course, is retained by the company. Now, percentages are great, but they don't really mean a lot unless you're putting some dollar amounts with them, right? So let's look at some examples with dollar amounts. And before I really get into the group cruise aspect of this example, let's break this down by one cabin. So let's say you sold a 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean, double occupancy. That's an average of about $3,000. They pay us 16% commission. So that one cabin is $480 in paid commission. You as the booking agent receive 80% of that. That is like $380 and change, right? So not too bad. But let's now go ahead and look at time versus money, right? How much time is it going to take for me to get that $380 and change, right? So I can tell you, I've been doing this for about 3 years. I can book a cruise for 2 in about 30 to 40 minutes. That's about it. So I can make that close to $400 in about 30 to 40 minutes. But let's say your first cruise booking, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. You're overthinking things, right? You're reaching out to your mentor, like, am I doing this right? It may take you a couple of hours. It may take you 4 hours. Even if it takes you 4 hours, you're still making close to $400 for that 4 hours worth of work, right? So now let's go back and look at this as a group. So let's say mom or dad or grandma and grandpa come to you and say, listen, I want to do a family reunion cruise. Can you go ahead and book that for me? Absolutely. So this time we do the exact same cruise, 7-day on Royal Caribbean, double occupancy, but instead of one cabin, now we do 16 cabins. Okay, so that gross commission now goes up to $7,680. You as the booking agent receive 80% of that. That is $6,144. Now, again, let's look at time versus money. Let's say you don't get any faster. It still takes you 4 or 5 hours to do each cabin. You're looking at a week and a half's worth of work for $6,000, right? It's not too bad. But there's an actual extra bonus to this. A lot of our vendors incentivize group bookings. So with Royal Caribbean, as in this example, for every 16 cabins you sell, they give you 1 cabin for free. This gives us some options. Option 1, go on the cruise with your group, right? Talk about a nice working vacation, right? You'll be their travel coordinator. You make sure they get checked in right. Their staterooms are proper. Maybe while they're on board, they decided they wanted to do an exclusive dining experience, or they forgot they wanted to book an excursion. You can take care of that for them while you're on the cruise ship with them. Now, let's face it, you're not going to be accompanying them everywhere they go. You're not going to be with them 24/7 during that cruise. You are going to have some downtime to go ahead and sit by the pool, hit a nightclub, see a show, right? But it's a working vacation. But in your client's eyes, you made sure that everything went off without a hitch. You accompanied them. You think they're going to be impressed by that, right? They're going to go home, tell all of their friends, all of their coworkers, can you believe that our travel coordinator did this with us, right? Option 2, give the cabin back to the couple that brought you the group to begin with. So give it to mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. The whole family is like, wow, grandma and grandpa got a free cabin just for going on a family reunion with us. Again, they're going to go home and tell everybody they know what you did for the grandma and grandpa or mom or dad. And then there's option 3, just save it and take a vacation when you want to. When's the last time you did a week and a half's worth of work and someone said, hey, have a vacation, right? For us travel agents, it's absolutely an option that happens for us. Okay, so let's move right along. Other question I get is, how do I know I can do this? We have travel booking training A to Z. We do this both live as well as recorded. So we do live training on Zoom, just like this. We do live training on Facebook. We do live training on YouTube, right? So you can go ahead and attend the live trainings. A lot of our trainings are interactive, so you can ask questions as we're going through things. We also have recorded trainings, and I'll be showing you a resource website where we'll be able to go ahead and access those. So maybe it's 3 in the morning, you can't sleep, you're sitting there with a cup of tea, you can go ahead, log in, watch some recorded trainings. And when I say A to Z, anything from your beginning travel agent who's never booked travel before to those who are very seasoned and have been doing this for years, we're going to cover all of our bases. We also have travel agent marketing training, again, both live and recorded, and A to Z. We're going to show you how to use everything such as collateral. Let's see if this pops up because I have my background. Come on. My background is blurred a little bit, but this is a brochure. There we go, from Sandals, right? And this is actually for St. Lucia. And on the back side, there's actually a place for me to go ahead and put a label or write my name and contact information in this. We show you exactly how to use this, right? And we get that for free. We are also going to show you how to use social media as a business, not personally, but as a business to attract customers, right? So we also have one-on-one training with a senior travel mentor. You can schedule one-on-one calls, schedule one-on-one Zooms where we can share our screen, you can share your screen. We can walk you through step by step exactly how to take care of your clients' needs. Maybe you're having some challenges. We can walk you through, give you suggestions. And I touched on it a little bit, but how do I know I can gain clients, right? This is a big one. So we all know that the average social media user logs on every single day. Right? So what I want to know from you is find the chat box. I want to know from you, how many times a day do you log on to your preferred social media platform? Okay, so just throw in a number into that chat box. Gives me a chance to take a sip of my coffee as well. Okay, they are popping in. Awesome, awesome. Let me scroll back up. We've got 4, 2 to 3, 10, 10, 4, 10, 11, 6, 12, 2, 4 to 5, 10 plus 3. 10, 20, 4 times, 3 to 5, 20, 15 times, too many times a day. On average, I can't count, right? Guys, you are popping it in there. Awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, so it really shouldn't be surprising that the average is at least 10 or more times a day. But if we think about it, these smartphones go off all day long. Bing, bing, bing. Somebody messaged you this, somebody posted here, right? So it just really becomes a question of how often do we check this? So we actually check it about 10 or more times a day. So guys, every second, over 16 people use social media for the first time. 1 second, 16 people. In 2017, there were almost 2.5 billion people on social media. At the start of this year, 2022, there are almost 4.5 billion. That's more than half of the world's population, right? And the typical social media user now spends almost 2.5 hours every day on those platforms. That's really 1 day a week that we are on social media. That's really staggering. But guys, when's the last time you were on any social media platform and did not see an advertisement, right? I like TikTok. I call it TV for those with ADD, right? The longest thing is 3 minutes. But guys, when we're going through and we're swiping up, we always see an advertisement. I am so tired of seeing advertisements for the Circle water bottle, right? The water bottle with the flavoring. Maybe one day I'll break down and buy it and do TikTok made me buy it kind of a thing. But guys, there's a reason why we see these. It's the most effective way to reach 4.5 billion people. Gone are the days where as a family, we sat around the TV and watched broadcast TV, right? With all the commercials. We have DVRs, we have on demand, we have streaming services, right? A lot of people don't even have cable anymore, right? Because we want it now. We're that instant gratification kind of a society now. So the only time we really do that is like Super Bowl. We want to see what the new Budweiser commercial is, right? So the reason we see these huge companies, these Fortune 500 companies on social media is because it is the most effective way to reach the people, right? I was told a long time ago, if you want to connect with people, go to where they are. Right? They're on social media. What we're going to train you on is exactly how to connect with those people as a business, right? But the difference is we're going to show you how to do it for free. And you're like, really? Guys, on a decent month, when I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I can get 25 to 35,000 people on my Facebook business page alone for free, right? And we're going to show you exactly how to do that. So what do you get? This is another big one. What do we get? So you get in a free exclusive training site. So I'm actually going to switch over and show you what this looks like. So this is our free exclusive training website. Now, as you can see, we have training in Spanish. We have step 1, step 2, step 3, advanced booking training. This is all going to be available to you. So again, remember I said maybe it's 3 in the morning, you can't sleep. You just go over here and you go, okay, let's look at some advanced booking training, right? So we're going to go ahead and share that with you. You're also going to get your own travel website. So let me go ahead and pull that up. I forgot to get it ready. So let me pull up my travel website. Come on, I have faith in you, computer. There we go. So this is my travel website. As you can see, there is a booking engine. So maybe it's 3 in the morning and you know, you have a client who wants to just book a flight, a hotel, or a car rental. They can absolutely go right here, book it for themselves, and you are still going to make commission on this. Okay. Yes, that's what I look like when I've actually done my hair, put on makeup. Guys, I work from home. I have my daytime pajamas and then I have my nighttime pajamas. I don't do that unless I'm going out, right? But you can see there's a little bio about us, our contact information. There's even recommended specials. This is updated for me, right? There's a little place where they can do a quote request. I get that information emailed directly over to me so I can start working on it. We even have travel specials. And when I say travel specials, I mean just a few, 227 of them, just a few, right? And some of these are amazing. Like here we go, 21-day cruise to Spain, Bermuda, Portugal from Miami, $38 per person, right? $38 per person per day. And we all know a cruise ship is like, you know, we've got beverages and food at $38 a day. And guys, if we scroll down to the bottom, there is 16 pages of this, right? And again, this is updated for you. We even have an entire resource tab. So maybe your clients want to find out what the flight delays are. They need to do currency conversion. Maybe they need to get or renew their passport. They can absolutely go right here. You know, TSA, permitted and prohibited items, right? So it's really nice for them, like one-stop shop for us. We also get your Archer certification. Guys, don't worry. People hear certification like, oh, great. That's going to be forever. Guys, it only takes about an hour. You're like, what? It's a series of 8 videos. After each video, there's a short test. And yes, for those of you who are like me, who are terrible test takers, you can take the test as many times as you need to get a passing of 70% or higher. So don't worry, I got faith. But yeah, it only takes about an hour. Then you get 2 back office sites for all of your resources and to track your travel bookings and commissions. So yes, we have built-in systems to help you stay organized. And then you get direct access to our vendors and suppliers, as well as access to wholesale pricing. So let's talk about this for a little bit. So we have over 133 preferred vendors, but we have relationships with hundreds and hundreds of suppliers. I always think it's funny when I have a client who tries to challenge me. And I'm like, bring it on. Let's see what we can find. I am hard pressed not to be able to book it for them. So as you can see, the names I just popped up are probably pretty, you know, common household names, right? So I want to show you exactly what I mean by direct access. So let's go over here. This is one of my favorites. This is Vax Vacation Access. Within here, I can book travel within Apple, FunJet, Travel Impressions, Southwest, Blue Skies, United, Universal, Busch Gardens, Discovery Cove, SeaWorld, Sesame Place, Transglobal, American, and Travel and Leisure. Okay. So just a few places. And what I really, really love about Vax is that dependent on the date of travel, I can go ahead and put together a vacation package for my clients and let them go ahead, pay a deposit. They can make monthly, bi-weekly payments if they choose without having to run their credit or charge them interest. Talk about making your clients' travel dollars stretch, right? And this is really nice. We have offers and incentives. We have the different suppliers. We can find out what they're doing, different destinations. We can even continue our education in here. How about this one, the Fun Ship? Who likes Carnival Cruise Lines, right? With Shaq. So this is goccl.com. This is where we can go ahead and create a booking. Look at all the ships and sailings. Marketing tools. Remember, I was talking about that brochure from Sandals. You can order them from Carnival as well, right? So I can order Carnival stuff and they'll be shipped to my house. I don't even pay shipping and handling. It comes in, and then when I go to a doctor's office or a nail salon or a hair salon or anywhere that has a lobby, I'll take a pile with me and go, hey, do you mind if I leave these in your lobby? And they're like, please do. That stuff out there right now is so old. Our clients need something new, right? I can look at my book clients, look at their pay, right? Because you can set up payments on Carnival. We've got trainings and events on board with you with agent programs, agent rewards, right? I can create a booking, manage a booking, set up payments, look up their VIP numbers. I can become a Carnival expert, right? I can look at deck plans, staterooms, ship features, fact sheets, right? And guys, I'm going to tell you, our cruise ships, our cruise lines are amazing to us. Carnival right now has a flash sale. Last year we were joking because they were doing cruises for travel agents for $10 per person, and that wasn't per day. That was the entire cruise, right? Yes, we have to pay port fees and taxes. There's no way around that. That's the government, right? But we were joking you could actually go on a cruise for cheaper than getting pizza, right? Who likes Disney? I saw someone earlier with their Disney ears on, right? So this is DisneyTravelAgents.com. And guys, when we're logging into these portals, it's basically the same system that the agents at these companies are using. It's a little prettier on our end simply because they built a web interface and it's a little more user friendly. We don't have to go through weeks of training. But guys, it's the same thing. And here again, offers and reservations, marketing tools. You can even set up your own Disney mini site. So you can go ahead, give your clients a link and they can go ahead and browse through Disney. Again, a Disney collateral store. We can look at their destinations, whether we're doing a cruise or even Aulani, right? Training and benefits. And, again, we can update our profile. So again, direct access to Disney. This is one of my favorites. I was talking about wholesale. So this is one of my favorite vendors, because if we scroll down, you have a client who says, listen, I just need to take a vacation. In like the next 2 months, I need to go somewhere and decompress. Absolutely. I got your back. How about a week stay the end of July and in the Dominican Republic, and a Studio Sleeps 2 that retails for $27.50. I can go ahead and you look, my wholesale pricing is $256.39. I can say, listen, how about we book you that studio for 2 and we'll make it $1,000. They're like $1,000. I'm saving them $2,700. I'm saving them $1,750, right? So what I would do is I'd go ahead, process their card of choice for $256.39 plus taxes in right through here. And then the balance of that $1,000, I would go ahead and process through my cash, my Square, my PayPal, my Venmo, right? Zelle, however you want to do it. And that money is in my pocket the day I book it, right? So realistically, I'm making more in commission than I am for the actual price because of this deal, right? So that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love our wholesale vendors. Okay, so besides that, guys, what I want to do is I want to share what our vendors feel about us. So like I said, Archer celebrated 70 years in March. Evolution, the marketing arm of the company, celebrated 6 years at the beginning of this year. So in January, every year we have a birthday party, right? Because every year we have a birthday. So some of our big vendors went ahead and sent us some birthday wishes. So I'm going to share this with you. It gives me a chance to sip on my coffee.
Archer Travel Service and Evolution Travel Advisors. 2022 is going to be a great year, and I'm thrilled to partner with you.
Hi, everybody. Just so you know, my name is Richard Sandoval, the Business Development Manager from Sandals and Beaches Resorts. I'm over here to give you a huge shout out. That has been such an incredible year here in 2021. Even with this pandemic going on, you have shown your tenacity and growth with helping grow the Sandals and Beaches Resort business.
Good afternoon. Just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate Evolution and all your support for the Disney Destinations brands. We had a fantastic 2021, and it looks like 2022 is off to an awesome start. Again, thank you and happy birthday, Evolution.
Hello, Lindsay Wagner here from Virgin Voyages, wanting to send a big thank you to Archer Travel and Evolution Travel for your continued support this past year.
This is Marco with ALG Vacations, and I'm extremely proud to announce that Archer Travel is one of our top travel agency partners nationwide. We look forward to a long and mutually beneficial relationship, and we're so proud to be in it together.
Hi, my name is Mary Dring. I'm your Business Development Manager for Delta Vacations. I am just so honored and proud of what Archer Travel and Evolution Group has done this year. We've moved you into our highest category of agency, which is a Diamond Elite, and we just are so excited to continue our long-standing relationship into 2022.
We had the opportunity to have dinner with David and Ron and Jill on board the Panorama. And this guy is so smart, and you've made a wise choice in in connecting yourself with David and the Evolution team. They are amazing.
My name is David Evans. I have the pleasure of being the Business Development Manager working with Expedia Tab. I'm pleased to help celebrate another anniversary with Archer Evolution Travel. Happy to say that Archer continues to be the #1 producer in my region. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. It's Randy Routh, your Strategic Account Manager for Royal Caribbean. And I just want to take this moment to wish all my friends at Evolution Travel a wonderful, happy birthday. You made 2021 a great year in a time where it was very turbulent. And I think 2022 will even be a better year, thanks to all of you and all your commitment.
Happy birthday, Evolution Travel, and to Archer Travel Agents. We want to say thank you for all of your support in 2021. Without you, we wouldn't be who we are today at Room Res.
Thank you, Archer Travel, for a successful 2021. Evolution Travel Agents, if you're looking to join, Archer Travel is your resource and tools for all things travel. We look forward to working with you in 2022.
Okay, so again, guys, I just wanted to share a little bit of how our vendors feel about us. And I'm actually really excited because I'm like 30 days away from what we have as our annual event. We call it our family reunion, where we all of us travel agents gather. We do, at this point, is a 4-day celebration where we have a ton of our vendors come in. We do a trade show. We get to meet with our business development managers. They do training. They do giveaways. Last year, my gosh, they gave away, I want to say it was about $25,000 in free travel to us. And I was like, woo! So that is happening next month. I'm really excited about that. So guys, I just, again, wanted to share that with you. So moving right along, I want to give you some insider information. Who wants some trade secrets? Woo, right? So as you can see, I popped up a few that you've probably heard of: Expedia, Orbitz, Hotels.com, Travelocity, Trivago, right? So first of all, let me go ahead and say all of these are classified as OTAs. That stands for online travel agencies. Guys, there is commission built into all of those prices you see on these sites. You're not getting some super deal without paying commissions, right? They are built in there. How about this one? Now, we all know that when we're shopping for our own vacation, we open up like 5 or 6 tabs and we start comparing those prices, right? First of all, guys, all of these that I have on my screen, you're all shopping in the same store. They're all owned by Expedia. If you look at the very bottom of the page, it'll say like an Expedia company, right? So you're shopping in the same store. So here's the secret when you're price comparing with all of these different sites. Is you put together the same package in each site, you click all the way through to as it's asking you for your credit card information. That's the out the door price. At that point, they're going to add in all the taxes and fees. Then you're going to see that maybe you're saving $5 or $10, right? Because of the fees. So what may have started out with a $75 difference is now maybe $5 or $10. So it comes down to how much is your time worth to save that kind of money. And remember, and you even heard it from Expedia's mouth themselves, we've been the top US producer for Expedia for 6 years in a row. So we do work within Expedia. That just means that they share the commissions with us. So I wanted to go ahead and give you some insider information. Now, one of my favorite things, and that is the perks and rewards of being a travel agent. How about earning a free cruise? You just pay port fees and taxes. And guys, I was actually shopping yesterday because I was considering it. One of our cruise lines offered free cruises, and it was up to, I want to say I saw some that were 14-day cruises, right? And they were really nice cabins, like balcony cabins. There's also one of our suppliers, anybody who's my age or a little bit older will remember the show, The Love Boat, right? The Love Boat. That cruise line, once you complete training, they will gift you a cruise for 2 for free. Again, pay port fees and taxes. And they offer anywhere from 5-day cruises to 30-day cruises, right? So just because you become trained, they offer you a free cruise. And they're like, why in the world would they do it? Guys, it's really smart on their part. First of all, have you ever walked into a restaurant you've never been to? You look at your server and you go, what would you recommend? Because they've experienced it. They know what's good on their menu. Same premise. As travel agents, we have our clients go, what would you recommend? This is what I want to experience. will have that firsthand experience to advise them a little bit better. Not to mention, guys, when you get on a free cruise, you're going to break out the smartphone. You're going to start snapping those selfies. You're going to start posting it on social media. By doing that, you're building your brand and you're building their brand, right? So it's really smart for a couple of reasons. How about free theme park tickets after completing training? Anybody who loves Disney, right? You can become a Disney certified travel agent, right? And then they go ahead and gift you a ticket for Disneyland and for Disney World. That was not an or, that was an and. And this is an annual benefit. Once a year, you log in, you see what's changed, you become recertified, and that annual benefit is there again. So you can see I pulled this up from my back office. This is my 2022 professional ticket. And it is a one ticket, choose from 1 to 10 days, or a flexible date park hopper. And what is that dollar amount? That is $0. And then you are absolutely able to buy discounted tickets for those who are accompanying you. Okay, so not too bad of a little perk there. We also earn points towards travel and rewards as well as cash and merchandise. This again gives me some options. Of course, I can use it for myself. I can take some discounted travel. I can go ahead and get some merch, right? Or I can pass this along to my clients. So let's say I did book a honeymoon cruise with a couple when I was talking about weddings, right? And when they check into their stateroom, I go ahead and surprise them with chocolate covered strawberries and champagne, right? I didn't have to pay anything for it. They don't know that, but they're so impressed. They thought enough to go ahead and give us chocolate covered strawberries and champagne. Wow. You know, they're going to think about you for their 1-year anniversary, their 5-year anniversary, when they start their family, right? They're going to refer you to all of their friends and family, and you didn't have to pay a dime to do it, right? So again, some options. Then we have FAM trips. This is short for familiarization trips. Very similar to the theme park and the cruise. Our vendors want us to come out and experience their properties, whether it's deeply discounted, sometimes it's free, right? So again, we have that firsthand knowledge. And again, we're going to start posting on social media. But again, think of this as a working vacation, because what they're going to do is they're going to show you all around their properties. They're going to show you all the different types of rooms, right? They're going to show you the different restaurants. You're going to experience the food firsthand. So it's a really nice perk right in itself. And guys, because we're travel agents, we get discounts for hotels, theme parks, and rental cars. I am not bashful. I will call up and say, hey, I need to know what my best travel agent rate is, right? And we are able to earn our own credentials. And if you look at my camera, I'm pulling this down right now. This is one of my old credentials. This is my 2020 CLIA card. Remember, I was talking about CLIA in the beginning, has my picture on it. I show this every time I check in somewhere, because they recognize me as a travel professional. I usually get upgrades or you know, special treatment of some sort, right? We have some agents who went on a flight. They showed their CLIA cards when they were checking in at the gate. They did not pay for an adult beverage the entire flight because they wanted to go ahead and show them how much they appreciate them. What I popped up here is our IATA card. This is earned by receiving $5,000 in travel commissions. Bonus, you got $5,000, right? And I'm not going to read everything that's on the screen. I'm going to go over the biggest discount and I benefit that I think from having this card is there are certain airlines that will give you up to about 75 to 80% off flights. So not too bad of a little deal right there, right? So I say all this because we are about taking our beginning travel agent or our seasoned travel agent and giving them a path to success. So let's recap everything we've gone over. We have the full travel agency, the website with the maintenance and updates, your travel agent certification, direct access to our vendors and suppliers, the ability to earn your IATAN card, travel booking training, marketing training, exclusive training websites, FAM trips and perks, live small group coaching, and live one-on-one coaching. So this is where we come in, and this is the most difficult conversation we're about to have. So please go ahead and just bear with me. I'm only going to take a few minutes to explain this. We have been taught that we should never have to pay to work, but guys, we always pay to work. If you work outside of the home, you have to drive or get public transportation, right? You're driving, there's gas, and guys, the price of gas right now is unreal, right? Oil changes, tires. I live in Vegas. Everything is landscaped with pebbles and stones. I've replaced my windshield. I can't tell you how many times. Then there's work attire, right? I was a corporate accountant for 25 years. I had to wear suits and dress suits and pantyhose, God, pantyhose. At one company I worked for, they required me to wear high heels, but my heels could not be more than 2 inches tall and they had to be closed-toed. Do you think I owned anything like that? I did not have the grandma's high heels. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. So I had to go out and buy that. And every suit was $150 to $300. Right. I hated doing that. If you're working in retail or in food services, there's the black pants or the khaki pants and the polos and the hats, right? And a lot of times they make you purchase those, right? Here in Vegas, if I wanted to work in a casino, even as an accountant, I had to be registered with the gaming board and fingerprinted by the sheriff's department, right? If you want to work in fast food here, you have to have a food handler's card and pass a health certification. Right? If you want to be a bartender in Vegas, there's such a thing as called a pour card. If you want to drive Uber or Lyft, you have to get a license from the state, right? And even if we're working from home, we have our own internet, right? We're always paying for something, right? So if you think about it, the biggest one, anybody here who has kiddos, do you know in 2022, the average price for daycare or childcare is $10,000 per child per year? Right? What? $10,000 per child. God, it means if you have 4 kids, you're paying $40,000 a year just so you can leave the house to work. That's unreal to me, right? So if we think about it, we are always paying to work somehow or another. And what I'm about to show you is a price, and it is not the actual price I will get to, because we understand where we are in today's society. We understand we're coming out of a pandemic. Right? So we've adjusted our pricing accordingly. Okay. So we are an all-in-one month-to-month travel agency with a one-time enrollment. So the investment normally is $300 to enroll, and then it's $69.95 a month to be a travel agent. So when you start, it is normally $369.95. Guys, again, we understand that that is not feasible for 90% of the people who are in this world, right? We are realists when it comes to that. So guys, it's not $369.95. It's $69.95. We've totally gotten rid of the enrollment price, right? You are literally just paying for your first month. And you may go, well, why am I paying $69.95? Guys, I covered everything in that list that you're getting, including your errors and omissions insurance. Errors and omissions insurance is required by law of every travel agent and have a policy of at least $1 million so that we are covered in case something is omitted or we make an error in the booking. It's just required. It gives us a peace of mind as well. Okay. Not to mention, guys, we have a 10-day money back guarantee. You can cancel at any time with no cancellation fee. And we have a way for you to earn your initial investment back. So what we've done as senior travel mentors, directly from our pockets, not from the company, not from Evolution or from Archer, but from our pockets, we have developed a checklist of things that we feel are the most important things to do to set yourself up for long-term success. Okay. So we have this checklist we call your money in your pocket. And if you complete that in your first 30 days, then us leaders, us mentors will go ahead and reimburse you your $69.95. You can actually earn up to $100 back, okay? Because we are mentors. We love to be able to help people, and we want to help you be successful, okay? So wanted to go ahead and cover that. So guys, I've covered everything on the travel agency. And the other thing, a lot of people are like, well, $69.95, how do I know I'm gonna make that? Guys, if you booked one trip for $1,000 with a vendor that only paid 10% commission, that's on a low end, right? The total paid commission on that is $100. You make 80% of that. So you will make $80 from that one booking. And let's face it, we don't want to book one trip for $1,000 a month, right? But if you did, you'd have this over the $69.95. Not to mention, guys, you can go ahead and write off that $69.95 from your taxes every year. That is almost $840 in tax deductions right there. Not to mention, you're going to use your cell phone. You get to deduct a portion of your cell phone. You're going to be using your home internet or Wi-Fi. You get to deduct a portion of your internet. If you set up a home office, depending on the square footage of your home and the square footage of your home office, that allows you to go ahead and write off a portion of your rent or your mortgage, a portion of your electric, a portion of your gas, right? So all of those tax savings and deductions make it worth it right there. But then you're going to make money booking travel, right? So I say that because we also have profit sharing, right? Who doesn't love a good profit sharing program? The difference is with ours is you kind of have to work for it a little bit, but we do it every month. We don't do it quarterly. We don't do it semi-annually. We don't do it once a year. Every month we take our profits, we put it in a pool and we share it. Okay. And how do we do this? We have an optional mentorship program. Remember, I said I'm a travel mentor. And if you're the kind of person who likes to help people, to help train people, right, to support people, this is an amazing program. So I'm going to go through the mentorship program and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and announce our, remember I said that I have a special gift, and then I'm going to go right into Q&A. Okay. So if you decide you want to mentor people and you're mentoring 3 people, you are considered an executive mentor. By doing that, with that profit sharing, you're going to mitigate that monthly $69.95. If you are mentoring 6, you're considered a bronze mentor. You're going to wind up eliminating that $69.95 because of the profit sharing. Then you're mentoring 9, you're a silver mentor. When you're mentoring 15 and you're helping others mentor, then you are considered a gold mentor. And then we have platinum mentors. So again, guys, we do this because we put people over profits. We want to help others find financial freedom in the travel industry. So let's go ahead. I want to break this down by dollar amounts because again, you know how I feel. Percentages are great and everything, but I want to see some dollar amounts. So as an executive mentor where you're mentoring 3 people, every month you're going to be receiving between $46 and $50. Again, you're mitigating that monthly $69.95. What we will do is we'll go ahead and deduct the $69.95 like every other month. You have to have that $69.95, right? Then we have bronze mentors when you're mentoring 6. Then at that point, every month you'll be getting between $90 and $100. Again, we are eliminating that monthly $69.95 because you're receiving that residual profit sharing. Then silvers when you're mentoring 9, that's between $110 and $125 every month. And then gold. Again, gold is when you were mentoring 15 and you're helping 3 of those mentor 9. At that point, it's going to be $250 to $370. But at that point, we're going to recognize that you're growing into a leadership role. So we're going to give you a leadership bonus of $750. So every month you're looking at between $1,000 and $1,120, right? Who here could use an extra grand in your pocket every month? I mean, I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then platinum. Platinum is when you have 300 people in your entire mentoring, organization, if you will. Right? So not just you, but you're mentoring other mentors who are mentoring others. Okay. So the profit sharing is between $1,750 and $2,300. But again, you're growing into a bigger leadership role. So we're going to give you a leadership bonus raised up to $1,750. So every month is $2,500 to $4,050 every month. Guys, depending on what part of the country you live in, that could possibly replace someone's full-time income. Okay. And we continue to grow from there. The bonuses continue to grow. The profit sharing continues. Okay. So again, guys, we have the travel agency. That's our traditional income. Remember, we booked over $80 million in travel sales. That was strictly through the travel agency. And then we have the optional referral mentor program. That is residual income. As a 1099 independent contract, you'll have the freedom to work remotely, the flexibility to set your own schedule, and you can do this full-time, part-time, or anytime from anywhere. Okay. So guys, we are a community and support network, a training program of travel professionals that are here designed to help you achieve a financial freedom and time freedom using the travel business model. So if you're struggling with not making enough at home, not being challenged, or you simply just need some more time with your family, then we can help. Who is this perfect for? People who love to travel, people who love to help others, anyone looking for part-time or full-time. If you want to make money from home as a travel agent with a fully licensed, bonded, and insured travel agency with a community of supportive travel professionals, then Evolution and Archer is right for you. Our goal is to work with positive people who are kind, high-spirited, willing to learn, and of course, work hard for their success. We have to work hard in life. Adulting, right? They never told us it was going to be this bad. But we have to work hard, whether it's going to be for, some corporation and some guy in a corner office who doesn't even know us, or we can work hard for ourselves. I chose to work hard for myself. So I want to go ahead and wrap up with 2 points from an article from the Today Show. Please feel free to Google this, but it was life lessons from our older generation, how to live life without major regrets. So I'm going to touch on 2 points that are kind of relevant, and then I'm going to go ahead and announce the gift and go ahead and go into a Q&A. So this was from people in their 70s and 80s to give us younger folk a little perspective. So number 4 was not traveling enough. When your traveling days are done, you'll still wish you had just taken one more trip. People often put big trips off until retirement, only to find their health failing when they're ready to go. Their advice: travel is so rewarding, it should take precedence over other things you spend money on. Travel when you're able to, just go. It doesn't have to be luxury adventure travel. If you have your choice between a kitchen remodel and a trip, take the trip. This one hits home for me, guys, for a couple of really big reasons. Most recently in March, my husband was diagnosed with heart failure. They told us at the beginning there really wasn't much they were going to be able to do other than potentially put him on a transplant list. So we were doing medications and trying to figure out what to do next. Thankfully, they've started a series of procedures trying to help create a longer life for his current heart. But that puts me in a place where, like, okay, that just means my husband may not be around with me for very much longer, right? And because of his heart health, that means I don't get to go so many places, right? I have to evaluate, but it also makes me value the time that we have together. On the other side of it, in the past, I was blessed to be the mom of a special needs son who was diagnosed with a terminal illness at the age of 9. They told us his life expectancy was probably going to be mid-teens to early 20s. 6 years ago, he left us at the age of 21. And when I got that diagnosis at the age of 9, I decided that I wasn't going to make any excuses. We needed to fill his short life with as much as we possibly could. And our biggest memories, right, that I hold on to now are adventures and our travels. My son was granted a wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I was so blessed to have a photographer there to capture my son's reaction when he realized that he was sitting next to Will Smith. He sat there and spent an hour having a conversation with my son. And I was like, that was the sheer face of joy. My son in that moment had nothing but joy. And I get to hold on to that 6 years later, right? So guys, tomorrow is never promised. Live for the day. Do what you can to make that moment last, okay? So I don't mean to ever get so deep, but I like for you guys to understand why I feel this is such a passion, okay? And on a lighter note, not taking enough career chances, the elders were much more in favor of career risk-taking than Pelham ever would have imagined. Many regretted saying no to to opportunities because they were afraid or felt too comfortable in their current job. Our oldest generation is telling us that we need to live life with yes as our bias. You're much more likely to regret a career move that you didn't make than trying and having it not work out so well. So their advice: always say yes to a career opportunity unless there's a very compelling reason to decline it. Try something new and don't be stuck in a box. So guys, I say all that so we can go ahead, and I'm not going to go through this entire list that was on the screen, everything that we've covered, right? The full support community. It is $69.95 to sign up today. Again, we are waiving that $300 enrollment fee. You have that 10-day money back guarantee. It is $69.95 per month starting 30 days after the enrollment, and you can cancel at any time. Plus, we have that way to earn your investment back. You complete the money in your pocket checklist in your first 30 days, and you actually have the ability to earn up to $100 by completing some extra steps.